That needs to stop. I mean, you can't put a European in our neighborhood. You can't put a European cop in an all so-called black neighborhood because he don't know our ways. You know, he automatically think that we all criminals. And that ain't right. There's nothing wrong with protesting and marching. It's the action and the laws that has to be changed. It's the people that you put in office. I mean, your Sheila Jackson Lees, your Harry Duddens, you putting people in office that's sitting in a chair and ain't doing nothing for the communities or nothing for the people. I mean, they going in because every state, city, or federal job that you get, you join a society. Yeah, when you become mayor of the city, you join a city society, and you have to go according to the charter. When you become governor of the state, you join a society, you have to go according to the charter. So even though I put him there, the rain don't trickle down to the people. The people are always suffering. Why? Because you put somebody in office, you think that they going, okay, so he built a bridge. But what did he do for your community? I mean, your community, when you put somebody in office, the community is supposed to change in some type of way. The community, especially the so-called black community, never change. I'm from across that bridge in 5th Ward. The community done got worse. I'm talking about we done went from, at one time the community was a nice community where you could sleep with your doors open, and now, I mean, the community is it's poor. But we study electing officials that they not doing nothing for us. You know, we give honors to Obama for winning the election, but him winning the election, it didn't do nothing for me. It didn't do nothing for George Floyd. Come on. So a so-called black man won the election. What did it do for us? Nothing. Since he been out of office, how many people done been murdered? While he was in office, how many people of us was murdered? So him being in office, what did it benefit me and you? The first so-called black man became, when I'm saying so-called, because President Obama had a nationality. Yeah, see, that's what we missing. Y'all trying to call President Obama a black man. President Obama is a Kenyan American. He has a nationality. And so he supported. You know, that's why he's able to move around with such freedoms. I mean, as a former president, I mean, he gonna move around with much freedom as he want to because he earned that. But President Obama also joined a fraternity when he became president of these United States. They got rules and regulations for the presidents of these United States. Language, all these things is language. When I say so-called white man and so-called black man, I'm saying that so that you understand what I'm saying. I'm gonna say, instead of saying the so-called white man, I'm gonna say the European. Instead of saying the so-called black man, I'm gonna say Moor. So now that you better understand what I'm talking about, but for you people, you brothers and sisters and Europeans that's out there that's gonna think that I'm being a particular way, is I'm just saying so-called white man so you can understand who I'm talking about. And I say so-called because that's what you calling it, but that's not who he is. I'm saying so-called black man because that's what we've been labeled as, but that's not who we are. You know, we are Moors. You know, myself, I'm a Moorish American. So therefore, I have a nationality. Therefore, I am tied to a nation. And therefore, that's what we're trying to teach our people now. Their nationality and their divine creed, we're trying to bring them back home to their ancient forefathers so that this will stop. The only way the murder is going to stop, the only way the police brutality is going to stop, is we're going to have to change the way that we think and see things. We're going to have to quit being Negroes, blacks, and colors. I mean, the marching and the protesting, that's cool. You know, but when that die down, so does everything else. You know, we only march and protest when they do something they shouldn't have did. But if me and you would march and protest and make the laws change and go in the boots and put the right people in office, then me and you ain't gonna have to march and protest. There's no reason that the people that's supposed to be serving and protecting me, because they get paid with taxpayers' money. And then you murder me as a taxpayer? I'm the one paying your salary. So the same people that's supposed to protect and serve me, those are the same people that I'm afraid of. There's not a so-called black man in America that's not afraid at midnight to get stopped by a European policeman, because you don't know the outcome. I don't know the outcome. Well, I won't even ride the streets at midnight. Why? Because, I mean, even though I'm not a criminal, I don't commit crime, but that brother wasn't committing a crime and he got murdered. And that's how we all feel. We all feel that at any given time, I can be murdered by somebody who's supposed to be serving and protecting me. And that's not a good feeling in America. And the so-called European, the so-called white man and Europeans in America, they think they know how we feel. You don't. Because it makes no sense that I'm already out here having a hard time and Europeans are having a hard time, but the shade of my skin makes it harder. You know, just because of this, just because of the shade of my skin, it makes my life that much more harder. And that makes no sense over here in a country, a home of the free and the land of the brave. That makes no sense to me. So in order for us to change this here, Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Prophet Noble Drew Ali has the perfect solution